Welcome, Never Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. So today I've prepared a Vinyasa flow yoga class for you, all about movement and message. In the flow, we're going to move in and out of different variations of baby dancer pose. The message is about what is wisdom. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. So if you follow me on Spotify at Never Better Yoga, we're going to go ahead and push the start button for today's playlist right now. Then come with me right to the top of your mat. Just let your feet be the width of your hips. Put a soft bend in your knees. Bring your hands to your quads. Pull your navel into your spine. Round your back and tuck your chin for a standing cat. So just even take a peek sneak at your feet down there. Maybe even pulling up your toes and flaring them out. Maybe even lifting each heel and visualizing a nice, solid, stable foundation. Spreading your feet wide, planting them solid. Front to back, north to south, east to west. Now, as you pull your belly into your spine, keep your back rounded. Start to extend your legs. Slide your hands up. Shrug your shoulders. Roll them around the back side of your body. And then look up, just with your hands alongside your body. Now, leading with your heart. It's like a heart leading, bent knee, round, and hollow your back out. So we're going to create a little body wave. It's going to be super slow. So you're shrugging your shoulders on the inhale on top, rolling them up and back, and just holding the posture with your gaze shifting up, arms just dangling alongside your body, legs straight. Now flat back, leading with your heart. Bend your knees, round the back, tuck the chin, round and roll up. Now just get a little innovative. Keep this smooth and steady flow going. Exhaling as you round and contract. Inhaling as you open and expand. I always like to think of going underneath the water on the exhalation. And then when you rise up and out of the water, it's on the inhalation. So each time through, see if there is spaces or places in your body that could use just a little more of your breath moving into them. And then start to create a sound. It's almost a little whisper as you breathe in and out through your nose. And we call that Ujjayi pranayama. Prana being breath. Pranayama breath. So just 3 more times, opening and expanding your heart and front body on top. Exhaling, cascading down. moving through cat and cow, but it's a standing variation. Nice and slow, nice and smooth with a continuous cadence of your breath that moves, smooth, steady, and stable. And then hold up right in mountain pose, just standing, hands alongside your body. You might elevate your chin a little bit, and then if you could even use 2 fingers to press it back a touch to get some neck alignment. Reach your right hand up overhead, left hand on your hip. Right hand comes up and over to just gently guide a neck stretch to the right side. Ear towards shoulder with the assistance of your right hand. Now, slide your left arm down along your side and you should feel a little bit more of a stretch on the left side of your neck. Now, left hand back to your hip, right hand to your hip. Draw your chin towards your chest and just look down. Keep your hands on your hips. Draw your shoulders together, but let your gaze go up. Neutralize your gaze. Right hand stays on right hip. Left arm reaches up, bicep alongside your left ear. Right hand on the outside of the right side of your head. Just help assist left ear towards your shoulder. Just hold and breathe. Now, slide your right hand down alongside your body. Should increase the intensity just a little bit. Now back with both hands on your hips, chin toward chest, nice and slow. Both hands in your imaginary back pockets this time. Draw your elbows toward each other. You can physically press your hips forward as you lift your gaze up, opening your front body. Now reach your arms down alongside your body. Sweep them out and up. Collect your hands at heart center. Draw your chin to your chest and then repeat. Sweep the hands down alongside your body. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Breathe in. That Anjali Mudra prayer style collection of your hands at your heart center. Inhale, rise up, even look up. Exhale, press your hands back together in prayer style as you bow your chin towards your chest and then scoop your palms down. Inhale, look up, collect your hands. Now make your breath a little bit bigger. Inhale, rise up, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. 2 more times. Inhale, rise up, breathe in. Stretch your arms out and up, make big full circles. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Last time. Sweep the arms out and up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time, close your eyes, draw your chin towards your chest. And today, if you have a purpose, it could be a wish, could be a prayer. What is wisdom? That is the focus of today's practice. We have been unpacking a book by David Brooks titled How to Know a Person. So is there someone in your life that you would want to get to know a little bit better, or even someone you don't know at all? Maybe you want to dedicate this to someone that you don't know. Just tapping into that curiosity, that consideration, that presence that we practice on our mat that we can take with us into the world. So once you have your dedication, sweep your arms alongside your body, rise them back up, look up, collect your hands, soften your knees, cascade down into a fold. Now in this forward fold, heel toe your feet apart all the way maybe to the width of your mat, and just move in the forward fold shape that's your favorite. Maybe you just want your hands dangling down. Maybe you want them on blocks to give yourself a little elevation of the earth. Maybe it's ragdoll for you today, which would be one hand on each bicep. But ignite a little sway where you soften one knee at a time. It's kind of weaving side to side. Whatever forward fold you have selected, let the crown of your head create an element of heaviness. Now settle in the center and shake your head back and forth. Any kind of angst, any kind of hindrance possibly for your practice today, anything you're worried about, anything you're troubled by, just let it spill right out onto your mat, truly practicing the here and the now, which is when we know how. Move your head back and forth, just acknowledging new seasons, new chapters, a new way of being that we continually have the privilege of creating, just knowing that you unrolled your mat today and you are exactly where you belong. No coincidence that you are here today. And then hands are going to come upon your shins. You're going to create a flat back style. It's like a tabletop with a halfway lift. And then elbows are going to go wide. Physically pull yourself together in a little deeper expression of Uttanasana, the fold. Now we're going to do that 3 times. Halfway lift, heart lifts, flat back from tailbone to crown of head. Exhale, elbows wide, pulling yourself together. 2 more. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, draw in and fold. 1 last time. Inhale, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, physically pulling yourself toward in the fold. Now, release your hands down. Heel toe your feet all the way together at the top of your mat and rise up to stand. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just pause. Inhale, elevate your arms back up. Part your arms, hinge, bend, and fold. Take a halfway lift. Step back, but bring yourself right down onto your hands and knees. Now, round your back, tuck your chin. In cat. Inhale, arch your back, tilt your tail, and look up for cow. Now, keep that going. Exhale, round and hollow. And now, inhale, soften and melt. Couple more times. Exhale, push the earth away. Draw your navel into your spine. Round your back, tuck your chin. Inhale, soften and melt. 1 more time. Exhale, round and hollow. Inhale, soften and melt. Now, right from your hands and knees, take your right leg and stretch it out to the right, right off of your mat. Tuck your left toes under. Rock your hips back towards your left heel and stretch your arms out in the opposite direction. So it's almost like going into a little traction from the tips of your fingers to the toes on the left foot. Draw length in your spine. And then go ahead as you lift your hips back up, walk your hands right up the left thigh. You can point the left toes. Sweep your arms out and up. Now you're balancing on your left knee and shin. Right leg is extended. Right hand alongside your right leg. Left arm up and over. Now let your left hand come into your back pocket. Sweep your right arm up and arc up and back. Now, as you bend at the waist and place your hands back down, I want you to open up toward the right leg by lifting the right arm up, maybe even looking at the right thumb, and then sneak dive a twist. Right arm dives under, left finger pads tent, and you might even gaze up and under that left arm. Now come back around, hands are planted, left knee draws back in, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, soften and melt. One more time. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, soften and melt. Now, extend your left leg out to the side as you neutralize your spine. Tuck your right toes under. You're going to rock your hips back towards your heels on the right side and then stretch your arms in the opposite direction, letting your heart melt down toward your mat. And then go ahead as you lift your right hip to stack over your right knee. Walk your hands right up your right thigh. Now, left leg is extended out to the side. Sweep your arms out and up. Slide your left hand down your left thigh. Let the right arm lift up and over. So you're getting a nice side lateral extension with a stretch on the right rib cage. Parigasana gate pose. Now, as you elevate your heart and chest, let your right hand slip into your back pocket. Left bicep by cheekbone. Just lift up and arc up and back. Now bend at the waist and plant your hands back down. You're going to peel open. Left leg is extended, left arm lifts. Now sneak dive underneath for that twist. So your right finger pads might tent and you take your gaze up and under. So what is wisdom? Well, it's not a lot of knowledge about things like physics and geography. Now this time slide back, knees down, but your forearms are going to stay down. Now find cat with your forearms down. Inhale, arch, find cow with your forearms down. Now do that 2 more times. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, soften and melt. 1 more time. Exhale, round and hollow. Inhale and soften. Now keep your forearms down. You might have to squiggle them forward. Come right down onto your belly. So the wise person sees your gifts and potential, and even the ones you don't see. Now breathe into this posture. So you're going to want to draw your forearms towards your body as your heart in your mind's eye draws away, lifting your gaze up, pressing into the top shoelace side of both of your feet. Wisdom is knowing about people. It's the ability to see deeply into people who they are and how they navigate situations in their life. Now, lower your chin down, slide your hands alongside your rib cage. Keep your feet pressing into your mat and come into cobra. Just lift your heart up. Breathe in. Nice. Now lower down. This time bring your forearm, your right forearm across the front of your body. Bend your left leg. Left hand is going to reach back. Can it catch the top of the left foot? If not, no worries. Just keep it bent. You could always use a strap, but you're going to pull the left heel in as you press your heart up. This is like half a frog. Now release it nice and slow and reverse it. So the left forearm comes across parallel to the top of your mat. Bend the right leg. Right arm reaches back. Pull the right heel in. Push the left forearm down. Elevate your heart up. Stretch that right quad out. Beautiful. Now release that down. Hands alongside your body. This time up dog. So palms of hands, tops of feet. Now, if that doesn't serve you, you can just keep your hips grounded and come into cobra. Then tuck your toes under, rock your hips back, and come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now, pedal through your feet a little bit in your down dog, pressing your heels back behind your second and third toe. Then you're going to let your right leg lift up. Roll open at the hip. Bend the knee, flex the foot, spread the toes. Right knee, right tricep. Stretch the right leg back, long, straight, and strong. Right knee, left tricep. Stretch it up and back, straight, strong, and long. Right tricep again. Tap it nice and high. Stretch the right leg back. Now, keeping the right leg parallel, bend the knee, and in your mind's eye, tap the top of your head. Now, stretch the right leg long, bend your arms lower down to your mat. Right leg meets the left, heart lifts up. Tuck your toes, rock your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts again, draw the knee right in toward the nose. Step the right foot up, come right up, high lunge, crescent lunge. Now, pull your hands fisted alongside your body as you straighten your front leg, look up. Inhale, stretch your arms back overhead, bending the right leg. Now, do that again. Pull your elbows back, fist your hands, straighten the right leg, look up. Inhale, come right back. This time, left hand forward, right hand back. Right hand behind the left hamstring, arc up and back. Now, tip down, modified revolved lunge. Right arm lifts up. Left hand down, twisting open to the right. Now, right hand lowers, take the right knee up and back, roll open at the hip, three-legged down dog. Right knee to nose again, step the right leg up, crescent lunge, rise up, breathe in. This time, brush and sweep. It's like you've got wings right up into crane. Crane is where the left leg is lifted. Yeah, find your balance. Now, carry the left leg into tree, Vrikshasana, hands to heart center. Find your balance. Now, with a bend in the right leg, sweep the left leg back with a bent leg, warrior three, and come back to high crescent lunge. Open it up, warrior two. Turn it into stargazer. Find warrior two, back of the house. Turn it into crescent. Come back to second warrior. Turn it back into stargazer. Back to the second warrior at the front of the house. Breathe and hold. Beautiful. Now flip the right palm for reverse. Now windmill your hands down. Right leg shoots back. You can either do three-legged high plank, coming both legs together as you move into up dog. Exhaling as you dive your hips up and back, down dog. Breathe out. Now left leg lifts, roll open at the hip. Left inner knee, upper tricep, tap it up nice and high. Shoot it back, long, straight, and strong. Left knee, right tricep, work the oblique. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Long, straight, and strong. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Bend the left leg, keep it parallel. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Visualize tapping the top of your head. Straighten the left leg, lower down. Left leg joins the right. Vinyasa flow if you want it, or take it out, just meet back in down dog. Left leg rises, roll open at the hip. Knee to nose, right up the center line. Step it up on its own track of train. Rise up, high lunge. Now as you pull your elbows close alongside your body, fist your hands, straighten the left leg, maybe even shift your gaze up just a tince as you retract your shoulders. Inhale, come back, high lunge. Exhale, pull the elbows in, elevate the heart up as you extend the left leg. Inhale, come back. Right hand forward, left hand back. Left hand behind the right, exalt it. Now tip down, right hand lowers down, left arm lifts up for side revolve lunge. So you've got the right hand down, you're twisting open to the left, and you might even shift your gaze up. Now, as you lower the left hand, shoot the left leg all the way back, roll open at the hip. Knee to nose again, step it up, crescent lunge, high lunge. Now this time, brush and sweep right up to crane, so the right leg is lifted. Carry it to tree. Vrikshasana, balancing on the left leg, hands at heart center. Take your wings, brush and sweep them back. Bend the left leg, maybe even point the right toes. Step back, crescent lunge again. From crescent, come to the second warrior. You've got this. Turn it into stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Second warrior, back of the house. Turn it into crescent, high lunge. You peel the left heel off. Come back to second warrior. Stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Come back to second warrior, front of the house. Flip the left palm, toss it up like you're throwing a ball up and back. And then you choose the exit. Maybe you move through vinyasa. Maybe you take the vinyasa flow out, meeting back in down dog. Now, one breath, one move. Smooth, continuous flow. Right leg lifts, roll open at the hip. Knee to tricep, right side. Stretch the right leg back. Long, straight, and strong. Right knee, left tricep. Stretch the right leg back. Right knee, right tricep again. Repeat. Stretch the right leg back, shoulders over the wrists, right leg parallel. Pretend you're tapping the top of your head. Then as you stretch the right leg back, move through vinyasa, or you could just move back to down dog. Right leg is going to elevate again. Roll open at the hip. Knee to nose one time. Step it up, crescent lunge, high lunge. Elbows draw back, hands fist. Right leg straightens, gaze shifts up. Inhale, back, crescent. Do that again. Draw those elbows, slide them alongside your body, straighten the right leg, look up. Inhale, back, crescent. Left hand forward, right hand back. Right hand behind the left leg. Arc up and back. Tip down, modified revolved lunge. Right hand down, shoot the right leg straight back, long, straight, and strong. Roll open at the hip. Knee to nose again, step it up. High lunge, crescent lunge. This time it's a brush and a sweep to crane, top of your mat. Maybe no hands needed. Maybe you carry the sole of the left foot in. Tree. Back to crane, a brush and a sweep with a bent right leg. Left leg stretches way back, crescent lunge. You've got this. There you go. Open it up, second warrior, second warrior. Stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Second warrior, back of the house. Turn it into crescent, peel the right heel off the mat. Come back to second warrior. Come back to stargazer. Second warrior, front of the house. Flip the right palm, reverse. Windmill your hands down. Vinyasa flow or option to take it out. Meet back in down dog. Drop your knees down to your mat. Point your toes. Walk your hands up your thighs. Stretch your arms out and up. Now you're on your knees and your shins. Create a T. Expand your front body. Both hands into your imaginary back pockets on your knees and your shins. Look up. Now, bend at the waist, hands alongside your body. This is called embryo pose. Thank God, asana. So just take a moment to breathe and bask in this place. So how do we get to be that wise person that helps other people through challenging times they might have? Or we have to find out what's going on. Not that we can fix it, not that we have to offer any advice, just to show another person that you care. So there's questions we can ask. What's going well? What's not going so well? What would you change if you could? And what else? Now, these are questions I'm going to pose on Patrick. How do you like that? He's always a good one to start with. Because I find myself when he calls, I'm always trying to ask a bunch of questions, but it's more about what's going on. And I sometimes think, he thinks I ask way too many questions, which is probably true. So, I'm going to practice being wiser. Come to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and come back to downward facing dog. So raising the question to answer percentage, asking more questions. presence in conversations that we have and listening. Left leg lifting, not interrupting. Roll open at the hip. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Last side. Inhale, stretch it long, straight, and strong. Left knee, right tricep. You've got this. You are so much stronger than you think. Left knee, left tricep again. This time, you're going to shift your shoulders over your wrists. Tap the top of your head. Draw your knee to your nose. And then stretch it long as you move through that vinyasa flow. Meeting back in down dog. Left leg rises again. Now this time you're coming knee to nose right up into crescent lunge, that high lunge with left leg bent. Legs are on tracks of train. Squeeze your elbows in, fist your hands, straighten the left leg, even shift your gaze up. Inhale, back to crescent. You've got this. Exhale, slide the hands alongside the body, shift the gaze high. Come back to crescent. Right hand forward, left hand back. Exalt it. Left hand behind the right hamstring. Arc up and back. Now, tip the right hand down to planet Earth. Left arm lifts, so it's modified revolved lunge. Left hand down, take the left knee and shin, shoot it up and back, roll open at the hip. Knee to nose, this time stepping up again to crescent. But then we're going to brush and sweep to crane, lifting the right leg up. Finding tree, Vrikshasana, top of your mat. Either hands to heart center. If there's another variation you prefer, so be it. Come back to crane, kick that right leg back. Bend the left leg, step way back, high lunge, crescent lunge. You've got it. Open it up, second warrior. Nice and precise, heels in, toes out, stargazer. Look up, things are looking up. You are getting wiser and wiser. Warrior two, back of the house. Peel the left heel off, find crescent. Turn it into second warrior again. Inhale, stargazer. Warrior two, front of the house, left leg is bent. Toss that ball up, reverse. Windmill your hands down. Move your body through the vinyasa flow. Or maybe you want to take it out. Or maybe you want to kick it up today. You choose, you decide. But meet back in down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat. Rise up to standing at the back of the house. Now, hands to heart center and pause. Close your eyes, draw your chin towards your chest. So bringing your purpose back into your heart. Moving in to a place of wisdom. People don't care what you know till they know that you care. Now, open your eyes up. Left hand on your left hip. Right hand reaches back to a bent right leg. Now, if that doesn't work, no worries. You could use a strap. You could use a t-shirt. Right hand is going to come to the big toe side. Right leg lifts. Left arm reaches. Natarajana, baby dancer pose. Now release it. Come to chair. Take that brush and sweep. Rise up. Hook your thumbs. Open your front body. Exhale, brush and sweep with a bounce and a little bit of buoyancy with a huge heart opener on top. Exhale, brush and sweep. What it is to know a person, to find out where they've been, what's going on, what else is going on, and not to offer advice. Not to be someone that's always got to fix things, but someone who can just let someone else be heard. And then seek after people's strengths. Not to criticize or judge, but to find things that they're good at that you could recognize. We have enough judgment and criticism from ourselves and from other people that don't know these wisdom tactics. Rise up and hold, hold. Bring your hands to heart center and solidify your stance. Right hand, right hip. Left arm reaches back to a bent left leg. Letting the left hand come to the big toe side. Baby dancer. Not to Rajna. Not to Rajasana. Release it. Come back to chair. Now fold at the waist, at the back of your mat. Take a halfway lift and walk all the way out into high plank pose. Then bend your arms and lower all the way down onto your belly. Now I want you to stretch your arms out, east to west. Raise the right leg up. So it's kind of like a tree. Left arm tense. Take your right arm, dive it under to twist. Now, come back, forearms down, stretch the right leg back. Sphinx pose. Lower back down, arms out to the side. Left knee rises up. It's kind of like a stag pose. Push the right finger pads down and then dive under. Now come back around, forearms down. Toes tuck under as the left leg extends back. Come to forearm plank. And just hold. Land your knees down. Walk your hands back up your thighs. You're on your knees and your shins. Rise your arms up. Hands go into your back pockets. Camel. Ustrasana. Now, maybe you want to tip back to your heels. Lift your heart up. And then release as you walk back on out, lowering down to your belly, taking your right arm overhead, propelling yourself right up and over onto your back. Once you land on your back, find happy baby. Now you're facing the back of the house. Just rock side to side. Release your left leg long. Hug your right shin in with a bent right leg. Roll it over. Twist. Stretch back out onto your back. Draw your left leg in. Give it a nice hug. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Twist up and over to the right. Maybe you want to tee the left arm. Maybe you just want it alongside your body. Now from here, just levitate your body out. So you're just going to stretch yourself out, taking as much real estate up as you would prefer. So just laying your body down, knowing that you have everything you need to realize all of your wishes and dreams. You're a masterpiece. Full of wisdom. Settling into Santosha, a place of contentment. Nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing that you need. Just breathe and bask. Then I offer you the option of turning the video off and just staying in Shavasana, this final resting pose for 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes. Or come with me to just invite your renewed, purified, cleansed self back into your day. Really honoring yourself for unrolling your mat and taking the time to practice. Being wise has characteristics that are things we need to consciously be aware of. It's like any type of practice. We have to practice the things that help us create wisdom. How to know another person is a wise way of being. Now go ahead and shift over onto your right side, just taking a pause in that fetal position. And then you're going to bring yourself back up into your day using your hands and your forearms, just coming to a comfortable sweet seat, Sukhasana. And from this posture, just sweep your hands out and up, carrying all of that wisdom that you have, sealing it into your heart so that you can share those wise characteristics with your family, friends, and loved ones, and even those you don't even know. Let that bring peace and clarity as you move through your week, and love. Let's look up and finish off with one Om to Home. Sip your breath in. Home. Now go on out and be a blessing. Namaste.